Hi, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be visiting a lavender field and making a lavender print dress. So please join me while we have a lot of fun in this episode. Hi, my name is June, and these are the mountains where I live. More specifically, I live on the California side of the Sierra Nevada mountain range with my husband and my little dogs. Welcome to my channel, where I endeavor to entertain and bring a smile to the faces of my viewers by my sewing shenanigans on the mountain. This is the pattern I was thinking of doing, and this is the lavender print fabric. I got it from an online fabric shop called Colchester Mill, and they left a nice message. But as it was summer and the heat really drains me, I needed to take a trip to a local lavender farm to get motivation to make this dress. I was feeling ill from the heat, and I'm adjusting to a new medication. So as I'm usually a day late and $1 short for everything in life, it was my last chance to go, as Newcastle Lavender Farms only had one weekend left that was open farm, open to visitors. So despite the heat and the high UV that day, I went. I got my motivation and some lavender bundles to dry and some buds that I could squeeze between my fingers and smell at my leisure to calm me and help me endure the summer heat. It may interest you to know that this is Grosso lavender, which is a hybrid lavender known for its tall, dark blue flower spikes, strong fragrance, and high oil content. This is the only type that Newcastle Lavender Farm grows. And the whole place, the whole farm, really did smell lovely that day. As you can see, they have a pretty broad variety of lavender and lavender-themed products. And as the aesthetics that I love change seasonally, it really spoke to my cottagecore girl heart. I love the color purple and lavender, so I was quite tempted to get a few things. Their prices were quite expensive, but I had been planning this trip for a while and had budgeted for it. I'm sure I would enjoy summers in Northern California, but I have a brain injury, and that makes me very intolerant to the heat and prone to heat exhaustion, so I have to be careful and take precaution to stay cool. While I did bring my sunflower hat to match my dress, the brim of it just wasn't enough to shield me from the sun. I had to break out my serious sun hat so that I could continue to enjoy my time at the lavender farm. While I was taking it all in, I actually saw a friend of mine who was painting the lavender fields. His wife follows me on Instagram, and when I saw her at a gathering a few days later, she asked what I was making and if I was going to post a video of the lavender fields. And I told her I still had to make the dress. Well, I wanted to give a shout out to my good friend Wendy, and I hope you like this video, and I hope you like the dress too, once you get to the end and actually see it. Yeah. I had immersed myself in nature and bonded with the honeybees, and now I was properly exhausted but satisfied and motivated from the lavender farms to get to sewing. But you may notice something strange about the pattern pieces I'm using, and that's because at the last minute I changed my mind, which is my prerogative to do. In the immortal words of Bob Ross, this is your world, and you can make of it whatever you want.
You know, for many weeks I was intending to use a different pattern. But at the last minute, I decided it needed a more summery vibe because it gets really hot here in the summer, which is evidenced by my sweating. Anyway, so yeah, I changed my mind and decided to make this one.
And I was fully intending to make the halter top version of this dress. But then I decided I really liked the sleeve version. So that's the one that I decided to make. Also, when gathering, it is so much easier when you do 2 rows of machine basting for the gathering stitch. Also, stay stitching is something that you should never skip. I do have my next few videos planned out, but I'm wondering if in the future you'd like to see me make t-shirts and matching outfits for my dogs. Nothing undignified, mind you, but especially Anakin does like an extra layer of warmth. He's only 3 pounds and very lean. Seriously, I have tried hard to put weight on him, and he's not unhealthy. When I bring him into the vet, they say he's in ideal condition and health, but he's very lean with not an ounce or a gram or whatever it is of fat on him. And so often I see him and see nothing but a starving, emaciated puppy dog. So I dote on him a lot. Gee whiz, did you just see what just happened? Did you see how my mind wandered off? All I wanted to do was ask you if you wanted to see me sew for my dogs. And my mind just took a taxi. But if you've been on my channel for very long, you might have seen my dogs occasionally in t-shirts. And I have made most all of them myself. In fact, when I first started sewing for an online business, that was one of my gigs. It never really did very well, or maybe I just didn't market it properly. I don't know. But I still enjoyed sewing for my first Chihuahua Yoda. He was quite the dog model. Yep, you heard right, his name was Yoda. More on why I name my dogs fun names in a moment. Back to my video clips. Easing is something that is often misunderstood in patterns. When the pattern calls for easing your fabric, well, this is what they mean, and this is how I do it. For those of you who are waiting for a puppy break, here it is. My friends and family have asked me why I named my puppy Thorin. Put simply, I like to give my dogs fun names, and don't believe in giving them normal human names. I cringe when I imagine myself calling my dog Frank for dinner. If you're like this, please share what you've named your pets down in the comments, letting me know that I'm more normal for naming my dogs Thorin and Anakin. If you disagree and think human names are fine for dogs, let me know that too by leaving the name Frank down in the comments. We went to the park and he absolutely loved the grass. He's used to grass like this, which is just actually close together clumps of weeds that get mowed. I also didn't film it, but Thorin got his first bath. First full bath, anyway. What's going on? What you doing? Did you just have your first bath? He goes, Mom, I smell treats. Give them to me now. Yes, I smell treats. I was a good boy. And look, I'm actually on camera as you see me putting together this dress as evidence that I'm the one that actually makes the dress, and it's not just somebody else's hands you see at the sewing machine. And yeah, I look tired, but that's how I always look without makeup. I usually struggle to get sleep. But like I said earlier in this video, I am on a new medication that is helping me with my fibromyalgia. So I'm actually getting sleep for what seems like the first time in a long time. So just be patient with me while I catch up on some much needed sleep and adjust to this medication. As I'm sewing these skirt pieces together, I'm not really using pins. This fabric is really good about staying in place, but when it isn't, I've got my handy little stiletto here.
Oh, come on, guys.
And no, my dogs are not fighting, they are actually playing. Anakin makes a lot of noise when he does. You might have noticed that there is less instruction in my videos. When I polled my viewers about what kind of videos they'd like to see in the future, I did get tutorial videos as a request. But tutorial videos just don't get the views and aren't much fun to film. And this is more of the type of video I like to film. It's also a lot of fun to edit. And a little bitty puppy break because Thorin just woke up from his mid-morning nap and wanted to rawr. I had gotten used to Anakin's elderly dog behavior, so having Thorin around made me remember how energetic puppies are. Northern California is also known for being pretty dry during the summer, but we had some cloud cover, which is just going to bring more humidity with it this time of year. The skirt was all ready for gathering. I try to use clips as often as I can instead of pins because I have dogs in my studio, and while in the many years that I have sewn my dogs have never gotten a hold of a pin, I still have disturbing dreams and that they get hold of a pin and it gets stuck, and yeah, so I like to decrease the odds of that happening. As I'm putting the finishing touches on this dress, slip stitching, it's time for the reveal. I really love the way this dress turned out. And as it's based on a 1947 dress, I'll be able to do it justice once my hair grows out a little bit more, as I'll be able to wear proper pin curls with it. So what do you think? Do you think I should have made the halter top version? It probably would have been cooler, but I think it looks even lovelier in this version with these capped sleeves. Let me know down in the comments. As I played to the camera, my husband was very encouraging, and I think he understood the assignment of the type of video I was going for. So I just have to say an extra thank you to my husband, Brent.
So here I am back at the Labyrinth, privately owned and maintained public area, nature area. And the flowers, the daisies, the Shasta daisies are blooming. And I think I see a bit of lavender on the other side, so we're gonna go over there next.
This lavender looked like the same type of lavender at the lavender farm, and there were 2 more smaller plants over where I just pointed. The flowers had already lost their blooms, so the color of lavender wasn't as vibrant. As you can see here, there are only a few little blooms left on those buds. A bit of a cloudy summer day, but oh boy is it muggy, and my curls, I'm losing my curls. I'm very quickly losing my curls. But anyway, very, very muggy, and I actually forgot to put pockets in this dress. I had intended to, I just totally forgot, so thrilled about that. Maybe I can, I don't know. But yeah, but actually it turned out gorgeous, and I'm very pleased with it. Hey guys! Hey guys! Oh, that's
I almost fell for you. Pardon us. I did not trip on purpose.
I know. And a special thank you to my husband, Brent, who Chihuahua wrangled for me. Oh, did the camera? Was I's happy. It's a warm day. I'm a Chihuahua. Yes. They like coming to the labyrinth. You gonna say hi? You gonna go hi? Did you get all these stuffs in your... Yeah. Okay. Please, Mom, make sure you stay covered there. Yes. Ditto. Ditto. Good. Ditto. Good. Ditto. Good. Ditto. Ditto. Good. Ditto. Good. Ditto. If you like this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I upload as often as health permits. Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for watching till the end, and have a great day or night. This is Mountain June saying bye now. It is so hot. I'm melting, but we just finished. It is so humid, and look, my curls, they're coming out. Yeah. If you actually got to this very end clip, then I can only conclude that you like my content. So why don't you check out another one of my videos? It really helps me out. Bye now.